it's a little bizarre because we're right on Hope Street. You know, I think for a lot of people, we're known as the people who grow corn in their front yard, but it's an easy landmark in the summertime. We're the people with the corn.
That's Mark Lambert of the Providence-based band Sharks Come Cruisin. He and his family turned their steep urban front yard into a productive garden. It's the kind of space that a lot of people might have but not think they could grow food in. But then that's why they're not the people with the corn.
Well, when I bought the house 15 years ago, this front yard just went straight down to the sidewalk. Then we had the retaining wall built, and it was still a pretty decent slope. And I knew that we get full front sun, so I always wanted to do a garden. The first couple of years, we just had the pots. And then I think I might have gone a smaller raised bed up here, and it seemed to be doing pretty good. So we went bigger raised bed all the way across. And then the last 2 years with it, we've been breaking our calves on the back because when you weed or whatever, the slant. So this year I just put that little platform over there, and that seems to really, that takes a lot of the edge off weeding and, you know, planting and all that. So
The Lamberts didn't stop there. They seem to be on a mission to use every square foot available, and a few more just opened up.
So we used to have a tree here, and when they came by and did the combined sewer treatment project a couple of years ago, they cut the tree down, and they promised me another tree, which they delivered on, but then that tree died. So rather than just have it be an empty plot of land, we built a raised bed around it, and we said Lily can grow whatever she wants down there. So she picks out her crops for the year. She's got corn, tomatoes, cucumbers, and in the beginning of the year we did peas. We had sugar snap peas down there. And Lily's getting pretty good results. The only tough part about Lily's garden is the rest of my garden is hooked up to a drip system from a rain barrel. So we got a rain barrel back here that gravity feeds into the drip system. So this has been pretty much watered all year round by the rain barrel. Not that we've gotten a lot of rain, but we do have a kiddie pool that we're constantly filling up and emptying. So I empty that into the rain barrel and then water the plants with the rain. But Lily's garden, there's no rain barrel down there. So we do have to hand water that. And she's got a weird looking cucumber.
I always get spheres. Now I got this.
Yeah. Lily's a big help. Eli, the 4-year-old, is kind of a help. He's really good at picking the vegetables once they've ripened. He's good at harvesting. He's good at taking one bite out of tomatoes and then throwing them on the ground.
Sounds like a chipmunk.
Yep, a little bit. Yeah, but it's awesome for them to see how food's actually grown. I think it gives them a renewed appreciation for, like, you know, it's not just daddy comes home from the supermarket with apples and grapes. They understand that somebody else is growing that. And I think they don't waste food as much because they see how much work it is to actually do it. Lily likes pickles. We make a lot of pickles with our dill cuke. So
awesome.
You can see she likes tomatoes.
That's great. So you enjoy all this, Lily?
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
You look forward to it?
I don't really like you.
She doesn't like the eggplant.
Okay.
Understood.
That's fair.
Eli, what do you think of the garden? The way the porch is situated, it's really nice that, like, we can just kind of, you know, every day you just kind of look out and you see what's growing and what isn't.
You don't have to walk down.
Though we didn't like that view a couple weeks ago when all of our corn was on the ground.
About a week before this visit, the area was hit by Hurricane Isaias. I'm glad to see the Lamberts' corn is making a recovery. On that note, Mark seems just as concerned with helping one of our favorite local music venues recover as well.
We're about to do Shanty Sing, so we're in the middle of the pandemic right now. Before it locked down, we had been doing Shanty Sing 6 years at the Parlour on North Main. Second Friday of every month, 6 to 9, kid-friendly. It's a big, we play sea shanties, so it's as much of a traditional shanty sing as we can do, you know, to hold people's attention. We put instruments out for the kids. We usually get a pretty good crowd of families. And then the pandemic hit, and we went from doing it at the parlor to doing it in the living room of the house here. And we Facebook Live streamed it. So when the nicer weather came, we decided that we were going to start doing them outside. So here we are in the driveway of the house, and the garden's right in the front. We're going to play music in the back, and we should have a few friends stop by. We collect for charity every shanty sing, so I wanted to collect for our friends of the parlor, and that parlayed into a bigger fundraiser. We're actually going to be collecting for the friends of the parlor tonight. So we got eggplant, which is really coming in now. These guys should have actually been picked probably a couple days ago, but we'll get to those. We got a couple more over here. They're getting pretty big. These are all Fresno peppers, I think they're called. Probably not the best variety to be growing around here. They need hot and dry. We've gotten a lot of hot, but I'm not sure they do so good in the humid. It seems like by the time they start really maturing, they already start kind of going a little bit. Like these two fell off because I let them go too far. But these over here, pick these. These are looking pretty good. I've already made hot sauce with those. It's quick, fridge hot sauce. Then in the back, we've got cucumber trellis, which really needs some water. We've been gone for a couple of days, so it's a little wilty, but we already pulled a lot of cubes out. Then over here, we have all the same variety tomatoes. I'm not really sure the name, but it's not a tiny cherry tomato, but it's about that size. These are really good, and this is all we've really grown. All of these plants we planted by seed. Lily and I start in like late March, early April. This year we actually harvested tomato seeds from last year, so all of these are seeds that we harvested from last year. And pepper seeds, all the peppers we harvested. No, the cucumbers we bought the seeds, but we start that whole operation in late March, early April. Grow it in the basement, and then when the time is right, we put it out here, and it's like still, after doing it for however many years now, 5-6 years, it amazes me that we put these little tiny eggplant seedlings in, and by August they're producing actual eggplants.
I had one last question for Mark. What is a farm?
That's a great question. I think a farm is really any plot of land where you're growing something that can help you sustain, regardless of if it's fruits or veggies, or maybe you keep bees, maybe you, I don't know, harvest livestock, whatever it is that you do. A farm is a place where you grow sustenance for your family and also the community. I think that's what a farm is.
That sounds good to me.